The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
Hello and thanks for joining us. I'm Rex Litter with the news. In this edition, Prime Minister outlines strategy for 200 billion Kina economy, public servants paid hardship allowances, and Leh and Goroka to host triple header. Prime Minister James Marape has again assured citizens of his government's commitment to growing the country into a 200 billion Kina economy. Speaking at the 16th Prime Minister's Back to Business breakfast in Port Moresby yesterday, Prime Minister Marape said Papua New Guinea's 50th year of independence was a defining moment for honest reflection and decisive action.
In addressing the attendees at the breakfast yesterday, Prime Minister Marape discussed the government's strategies and initiatives designed to stimulate economic growth, increase investment, and enhance infrastructure. The Prime Minister's vision for a 200 billion Kina economy encompasses various sectors, including agriculture, tourism, and natural resources, with a focus on sustainable development that benefits all Papua New Guineans. He says his government's vision is clear. He wants a larger, more diversified economy that could sustainably fund services, create jobs, and improve living standards. He therefore called on citizens to unite in their efforts to realize this ambitious goal, reinforcing his belief that through collective determination and innovative thinking, Papua New Guinea can achieve prosperity for future generations. Emphasizing the importance of the country's 50th anniversary of independence, Marape described this milestone as an opportunity for contemplation and decisive action aimed at national growth. Freddie Mo, TVWAN News.
Meantime, Prime Minister Marape departed the country yesterday to attend the 13th Annual World Government Summit in Dubai from February 3rd to 5th as part of a broader program of high-level global economic governance and investment engagements. The summit, held under the theme Shaping Future Governments, will bring together more than 150 governments, global policymakers, technology leaders and development partners to explore innovative solutions to share global challenges with a strong focus on artificial intelligence, economic growth and future-ready governance system. Marape said Papua New Guinea's participation reflects the government's firm commitment to embracing AI-driven reform to improve efficiency, transparency and fairness in public administration. Evictions in Port Moresby have expanded to the Works and Highways compound at 4 Mile today, where residents identified as illegal settlers and occupying Posen 4655 were advised to vacate immediately. Police officers were on the ground this morning carrying out awareness, advising settlers to leave before formal eviction operations begin.
This is part of an ongoing eviction across the city that will take place over the duration of 2026 with the aim to eradicate illegal settlements that have served as breeding grounds for illegal activities. This morning, settlers at 4 Mile Wax compound in Port Moresby were warned about the looming eviction and they must vacate the area as soon as possible to avoid inconvenience in future. The eviction at 2 Mile Hill is currently progressing, while preparations for the 4-mile wax compound eviction are already underway following this morning's awareness activities. Acting Assistant Commissioner of Police for NCD and Central, Benjamin Turi, confirmed that his office has been briefed on a series of planned major evictions across the city. He explained that these operations are initiated by landowners or property owners, with police providing support to ensure the process remains orderly. Turi said police will only act on valid court directives and verified documents presented by those requesting assistance. He emphasized that police are coordinating closely with all relevant agencies to ensure each eviction proceeds without disruption. Turi added that emerging illegal settlements along drainage systems and other unauthorized locations around the city will also be removed once the National Capital District Commission authorizes the action. He reaffirmed that NCDC remains the primary authority in managing settlement control within the capital. Michael Tamtipais, TV1 News.
The Middle Ramu District Development Authority paid 1.2 million kina in hardship allowances to its public servants of Kovan local level government yesterday in Madang. This money is part of a 2 million kina commitment from the Prime Minister James Marape in 2024 during the launch of the district's development plan in Sangape. The other 800,000 kina will be paid to public servants serving in other LLGs in the district.
During the presentation, District Administrator Saklingi took time to explain why this allowance was delayed and not paid to public servants last year. Some of the reasons included administrative and protocol bottlenecks and data collection of public servants, including bank details. While not every public servant will receive their allowances in this round of payment, everyone was assured they will receive theirs later.
The one black and time after some 50 years, you look at life and but them come up now, you have privilege, fortunate ones will be like privilege. Thank you. Or teachers, you blow middle yet, or you specifically blow cover no simba, you citizen of Islam now. You expect Islam one the temple you but you will say blow not the province or not the districts outside from Milramo, you can save what the policy, pass him the work, go sing at you logo work, look like an artsy place. And one time that's what you look at line album. So the formalities administrative to you know say easy. So you must assist him through you staff, you know staff. You must assist him good now. You must assist him. But then we will work plenty. You know, really submit so plenty work making na delay come up.
Assistant Speaker and local member Council Harwai Kamdaru, in thanking public servants for their service to the district, also explained that though the money was promised for Kovan LLG, the DDA wanted to be fair to other LLGs and used its discretion to break up the funds. He stressed that it is not always that they will be paid these allowances, and it should never be about monetary value, but such gestures go to show that their efforts are not unnoticed. He encouraged all employees to take pride in their duties as their calling is a blessing to the district.
Go working work local manager long or remote place and time you plus sacrificing you like a family married beginning to time you will travel go long when my place where working stuff when you will go and be place rescue life too. But Japan salim you will go so you plus have go. On the long local mountain place na school and stuff long well place STB stuff long road car and connect him. Number blood beginning a minister good law. Plan the beginning of Sakam school, but some time process sacrificing. You play here committing time liberal staff school.
Benjamin Gangan, the OIC of Mamus Health Center, on behalf of all health workers within Kovan LLG, thanked the Prime Minister and the Middle Ramu DDA for honoring their commitment.
We will align health, Mr. Middle Ramu, we let her take you. Plan your stuff back, we will one that's will come slap. We let thank you that for time member, you can slap. Incentive long, at least look survey, Lord, I told people to making, especially the health workers. Marasin and Bessa house, I'll seek the Bessa work, but I'm the clinic, and plus the risk in life the mibla. So thank you look sa lo mibla. Long at least you appreciate the mibla like money to give him and but I can appeal but working blood making and Papa God yet preserve and rewarding blood all the time.
Kovan LLG is one of the remote areas in the province, only accessible by air, and traveling to and from their respective job locations can be arduous. Despite these challenges, public servants in the region continue to serve the district. Alice Peter, TVWAN News, Medang.
Minister for Oil Palm Francis Maneke is set to table 2 proposed bills in Parliament in the June session. The bills include the Oil Palm Industry Authority Bill and the Oil Palm Industry Management Bill. Maneke said together these bills will ensure that issues like those recently experienced in East New Britain are addressed proactively.
Minister for Oil Palm Francis Galia Maneke has recently revealed that 2 significant bills focusing on the oil palm industry will be presented in Parliament during the June session. The first piece of legislation is the Oil Palm Industry Authority Bill, which aims to establish a comprehensive regulatory body dedicated to overseeing the oil palm sector. This bill will include defined governance structures and accountability measures intended to ensure industry compliance and integrity. The second bill, the Oil Palm Industry Management Bill, will address essential elements such as licensing, compliance, pricing oversight, and a structured framework for monitoring and enforcement within the industry.
The oil palm industry in Papua New Guinea operates without a comprehensive regulatory framework. In the absence of the clear law, pricing mechanisms are contested, benefit sharing arrangements are disputed, government is forced to intervene, and on ad hoc basis, investor confidence is shaken, and landowners and growers feel uncertain and exposed. It is not sustainable for disputes for the nature to be resolved only after they escalate to protest, political intervention, or the courts.
Minister Maneke highlighted that these legislative initiatives are proactive measures designed to tackle issues that have arisen recently in East New Britain. By implementing these laws, the government seeks to foster a transparent and lawful framework for managing the oil palm sector.
The proposed legislative framework will establish clear enforceable rules for FAB pricing and related commercial arrangements, provide structured mechanism for dispute resolution before matters escalate, define the rights, obligations, expectations of growers, stakeholders, and operators, reduce the need for political emergency state interventions, and restore and maintain investor confidence while protecting landowner and smallholder interests.
Consultations was held in 5 different provinces since last year to gauge views of stakeholders. The final one was held in Kokopo last week. General Secretary for Oil Palm Industry Corporation, or OPIC, Captain Pupita, acknowledged the support from the government for pushing for the 2 bills to be passed in Parliament.
This is the most affected area. Your input is very, very important. You have the policy books there. We've given it to you late, but it's not too late. You will have around about 2 weeks to respond. And you also have the draft bills there.
Freddie Mo, TVWAN News.
This is TVWAN News. Peace restoration in Kokopo and no violence campaign. We'll have those stories and more when we come back.
For too long, banking has felt out of reach for many. But now, BSP's One-Took Wallet is here to change that. Send and receive money, pay bills, and top up. It's your money, wherever, whenever. Because at BSP, we are committed to improving how our customers connect to our One-Talks, to our family, to the ones we love. BSP's One-Took Wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# for everyone.
Tell him shorty come get it in. Come grind on me, but met it in. Mommy get loose, get loose, get loose. Pepsi in my hand, ice cold, no excuse. I tell him who's gonna bring the roof down. Pepsi with the fresh sound. Tell him who's gonna bring the roof down. Pepsi with that fresh sound. Pepsi, give me some Pepsi bottle. Pepsi, you like it? Pepsi, you like it? Pepsi bottle.
Long year 2024, 7 pa baby i-born one time HIV. HIV ikan go long baby long triple rot. Time bel mama ikat HIV, long time long karing baby, na time baby isusu. Tasol yumi can help him bel mama, long lookout him baby inside long bell. Go quick time long bell mama clinic, na kisim antenatal check. Time yumi pan him sick HIV ariap, o time bell mama i positive penis, early treatment ikan save him baby. Give him baby healthy start long life. Stop him spread long sick HIV eagle long baby. This lutok sawa ikam long National AIDS Council Secretariat.
Meet YumiPay, your digital wallet from TISA Bank. Your gateway to seamless transactions. Withdraw cash anytime at your nearest TISA agent. Send money to family and friends.
Hello, son.
Anytime, anywhere. Top up and pay with just a scan. From taxis to coffee and small businesses, YumiPay makes every payment simple. YumiPay, powered by TISA Bank.
Missing the headlines that matter the most? Only one better way to stay up to date. TVWAN Online. One click on tvwan.com.pg. Access PNG's breaking news, top stories, international news, and the latest in sports and entertainment. Visit tvwan.com.pg wherever you are in PNG and bookmark it to your home screen. TVWAN Online, the news source you can trust, just one click away.
It's the indigenous and the Maori, and the tradition continues underway. He puts the indigenous All-Stars back in front. It's amazing! Try! It's a try!
On this day, one beat moves the world.
The energy of this stadium is picking up. You can feel the music gets louder.
The Seahawks bring the power. The Patriots find a new rhythm.
This game is awesome.
Super Bowl 50, Monday, February 9.
Welcome back. In response to escalating tensions among villagers within the Ralawana LLG of Kokopo district, member for Kokopo, Erman Tobanin Jr. has been actively involved to restore peace and order. He has been attending to a series of gatherings with community members to address the ongoing infighting and promote reconciliation efforts.
The mission aimed at addressing recent fights at Ralalar, Tanaka, Ravat, Kunakunai, Tinganalom, Nanook and Ranguna wards commenced last week, where local youths took a commendable step by voluntarily surrendering homemade guns to the police. This act was received positively by all present, charting a new way towards the start of the restoration and stability within the Ralawana LLG area. Tobaining's first engagement took place last week when he met with the Ralalar community at Malapau Beach Resort, joined by the Ralawana LLG mediation team, church reps and police. During the gathering, Tobaining provided awareness about interim prevention orders, emphasizing its potential to assist communities in effectively addressing disputes and other ongoing law and order challenges.
Today, me play work lobung one time. All you charim, you got narap law seni stop. Surrender him gun. Next time now, you play surrender now. Long usat, all suspect na. Kisim name long you play go. Na register him so that it must be kept as a record. Achamen. After the sila, you continue one time the sila problem and you need long IPO preventive order. you now no got time. Got us all now. So panel chairman, lawyer to me looking more same. You must include him this la. One plan bylaw inside law this la preventive order. Control him social media. Planti long all money am social media out. Social media.
He also visited Rawat, Tinganalom and Nanook wards on the same day. During the discussions, ward members raised critical concerns about innocent victims being caught up in police operations, particularly highlighting the plight of widows and individuals with disabilities whose properties were damaged. Tobining responded with assurances of support.
Go on, sign him, Bisla. Only just sign him. This is now I'm only working happiness. IPO preventive order. You no can carry him push na road. Walk about road, you walk about as a man, no can secure up him road, no can block him road. No can talk no good. Provocation no good. Social media must be controlled. Now you bridge him this 6 months karabus or 1,000 kina fine. Now sat by go the whole community ralalar board. The whole community yalakwa board. Now sat first man by go. Ward member you by go past them. Ward development committee you go past them. Pastor you go past them. And then you plow lutes by go. And then all mama. Yung nanunura go. That's why me plow long happiness law. You lo sign him. Sign him life blow you away for the next 6 months. Or maybe 3 months. 1,000 kina fine. On a noise ma music. Controlling music. Controlling alcohol. Talk also me plan up drink 3 months. Only finding you drink, you go lo karabusino got caught. And caught only working decision police. Chamele me got power. And all penalty got power. Now you go down lo karabat long 6 moon.
In light of the prevalent law and order issues, Tobining called for review of hosting large cultural activities temporarily, citing that alcohol consumption during such events often escalates into conflicts. He encouraged families to take an active role in mentoring and monitoring their children's activities. Terry Longwood, TVWAN News.
When commending Kokopo MP, Eriman Tobining's support to law and order in the district highlighted how church interventions is crucial to help the peace process.
Chairman of the District Law and Order Committee, Pastor Gerson Passingen, provided insights into the peace process and the positive progress so far. Pastor Gerson stressed the importance of church intervention, emphasizing that this is a spiritual warfare that demands spiritual leaders to unite and rise up against evil.
Some big plus something we come up on them, this peace process, and it come two rot. First rot and a spiritual approach or spiritual strategy we come up on them, this all palace. And the spiritual strategy is the unity inside long. All get a church in Charlo one word. And first look me plug him also peace committee is lo bring him unity really big way. Sana one time long all get a denomination maski lo to lo one day or lo to lo one time or night or day or when Billy blow you heavy companies. Now this law heavy company now and me demanding me long unite the unity. Unity, law and purpose, that's all.
He said reverends, bishops, pastors, and all men of God must unite and get involved in the peace and restoration processes. He also challenged all denominations not to be limited to their church doctrines, but come together and seek divine intervention for the good of the community.
You must be aware that when something will happen now also, you may regard him also lawlessness, now rising inside law and order. I mean a physical problem. This life is a spiritual battle that now we manifest and we come up place clear along all community blame me. Now me landfall finish. And we come up finish all community blame me. And it's beyond our control now. And we demand him to all you me all spiritual leader. Don't rise up now, involve. Because suppose you pray to so long, peace by come up. Peace not by come up. Our involvement in community engagement or kind of also now. And we sing out Loimi or spiritual leaders all talatala, all reverend, all bishop, na ogata lotu la yumi come out now na platform emi come finish. Lo by me bring him out thinking belong Christ. Christ is the Prince of Peace.
The peace tour culminated with a gathering at the Tokobar community on Monday, attended by Mayor of Kokopo, Provincial Law and Order Committee Chairman James Wong, Kokopo City Authority CEO John Talale, and Kokopo Police Station Commander and other community leaders. Terry Longwood, TVWAN News.
Bow Primary School, situated in Ward 20 of Ambenob LLG in Madang District, was a proud recipient of new desks and chairs, courtesy of the Port Moresby-based Amele Tamane Association, or ATA. The items were delivered to the school on Saturday afternoon, January 31st, by the Secretary of ATA, Nick Manes. The ATA was formed in March 2023 by the elites from Ambenob LLG based in the National Capital District, and with the aim to give back to their community back home. Mr. Manes said this assistance would encourage and inspire children to work hard. He also acknowledged the Office of the Governor for its initial support for the association, which had the association grow to where it is today. SP Brewery has assured the public that its Join the Generation of Change campaign is not a one-off initiative, but the beginning of a long-term effort to address gender-based violence and promote responsible alcohol use in Papua New Guinea.
Responding to questions, Corporate Affairs Manager Robert Nilkare said the company works closely with police, health authorities, and community organizations at both national and provincial levels to reinforce prevention messages, particularly in communities where access to services is limited.
The short answer is that yes, we do. We work at a provincial level and also at a national level. We collaborate where we can. Obviously, there's stakeholders in all the different provinces. Everyone has their own different motivations and way of acting. So we do our best to collaborate where we can and get the message across. Typically at the national health level, we participate actively in stakeholder consultations. We do submissions to health department, ICCC, the various agencies that control product quality and packaging. We support the police on various levels, both national and provincial level as well. This campaign is going to go for a multi-year campaign. We identify and we recognize that this is a deep-seated issue. So we're not going to just stop it here. This is the start of a journey. So we encourage all of you here to, participate, join us in the journey, because it's going to take some time.
He said the campaign is aligned with the National GBV Strategy 2025 to 2030, identifying areas where the private sector can support government priorities through partnerships, training and awareness. Managing Director Ed Wegerman said positive behavior will now form part of SP Lager's brand identity, backed by long-term investment in media, training and community engagement.
So then in the future, consumers will know that, hey, I'm drinking this, I'm using this product, and one of their aspects is they want us to behave positively. And so that's explicit. And also, we worked on this a long time. And so the investment in resources, in time, and in money has been significant. So this is surely not going to be a one-off. And also with the CILAG, all these aspects that were mentioned are going to be part of the training program, right? So it's going to be diffused into the society through our media, communication, through the brand, but also through the training efforts of the CILAG.
Marketing Manager Lawrence Akanufa said the campaign will continue to evolve through real-time feedback from communities and partners on the ground.
Environment is that you get
real-time feedback, and they can give those responses to the campaign and the assets you deliver, but also through what this is a partnership thing. We work internally to drive this message, and with the corporate affairs engagement as well on the ground, this is where we want to receive that feedback, and we ask for it so that we can continue to build in a positive way.
SP Brewery says real change will take time, but believes taking action now is an important first step.
Don Bosco Technical School in Gabotu has officially opened the 2026 academic year with a Holy Spirit Mass and the installation of its new rector, Father Ambrose Pereira. Provincial Superior Father Gregorio Bicomong Jr. said the role of the rector is to guide the community closer to God. He reminded students and teachers that education in a Don Bosco school is not only about academic success, but also spiritual growth. He said the rector will bring them closer to Jesus, adding that success should be measured by faith, values, and service to others. The Mass was held in the historic school church, once visited by the St. John Paul II in 1995. Now the market report. The Kina closed lower at 0.2336 US dollars in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our Kina was buying 0.2261 US dollars, 0.3185 Australian dollars, 0.1831 euro, and 34.94 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, all closed higher except coffee and copper closed lower. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed lower, ASX closed higher, and all ordinaries closed higher as well. TV1 News continues when we return. Stay with us.
Banking doesn't have to be complicated. With PSP's One Talk Wallet, control your money wherever, whenever. Dial *131#, enter your PIN, select cash in or out, and generate a secure code to withdraw cash. It's the only wallet for cardless ATM withdrawals. Send and receive funds, pay for goods and bills, or withdraw cash with ease. All with BSP's One Talk Wallet. BSP's One Talk Wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# today.
Long year 2024, 7 baby i-born one time HIV. HIV ikan go long baby long triple rot. Time bel mama ikat HIV, long time long karing baby, na time baby isusu. Tasol yumi can help him bel mama long lookout him baby inside long bell. Go quick time long bel mama clinic na kisim antenatal check. Time yumi panim sick HIV ariap o time bel mama i positive penis. Early treatment ikan save him baby. Give him baby healthy start long life. Stop him spread long sick HIV ego long baby. This lutok sawe ikam long National AIDS Council Secretariat.
Always on WhatsApp? Then this is your style of banking with TISA. Check your account balance or even chat with a TISA Bank agent. Get started today by following these simple steps. 1. Save TISA Bank's official WhatsApp number in your phone. 2. Open WhatsApp and send a simple hi. 3. Follow the menu to start banking. It's that easy. TISA Bank. Banking on change.
Emma! Em!
When you're all in, anything can happen. Grab a Coca-Cola and enjoy the moment.
Are you a small business owner or just starting up? Need mobile plans for your team and Wi-Fi internet for your office? But also need flexibility, simplicity, and value? Then the Digicel SME Club is for you. Digicel's SME Club will keep your business connected with the best rates in PNG, affordable mobile plans with unlimited in-group calls, SMS, plus international minutes. Enjoy fast, reliable internet tailored for your business, starting from just 375 kina per month. With Digicel's SME Club, there are no contracts and no security deposit. Just seamless 24/7 dedicated customer support, a loyalty rewards program, and monthly discounts when you pay your bill using Digicel Cell Money. Keep your business connected and thriving with Digicel's SME Club. Contact us today on 7373-0000 or dial 126 for details. Your business deserves the best. Join Digicel's SME Club today.
Thanks for staying with us. Momentum is building for Hope Behind Bars, a local radio program aired on One Talk Radio Light, as it strengthens partnerships with parole officers and prepares to expand into major prisons across the country. Earlier this week, representatives of Hope Behind Bars met with parole officers at the Department of Justice and Attorney General. The meeting focused on collaboration to support the rehabilitation and reinterrogation of inmates and parolees. Parole officers and program leaders discussed strategies to enhance reinterrogation pathways, emphasizing the importance of community support, discipline, and faith. Turning abroad, the New South Wales Police Commissioner has extended restrictions on protests in Sydney for another fortnight. He says the move is justified with tensions remaining high in the community as the city prepares for a visit by the Israeli President Isaac Herzog.
Calls to action now brought into question.
I have extended that declaration for a further 14 days.
The controversial restrictions enacted after the Bondi terror attack give police the power to refuse authorisation for all public assemblies for up to 3 months. Those restrictions primarily impact marching protests. The extension comes ahead of next week's visit by Israeli President Isaac Herzog.
I also need to consider that there will be a visit by President Herzog between the 9th and 12th. It is important that I keep the entire community safe.
There's a need to protect both the President, as he is an invited guest to Australia, but also regular Australians.
The Prime Minister says he's looking forward to the visit by Isaac Herzog, who'll meet with Jewish families who lost loved ones in the attack on a Hanukkah gathering in December. But pro-Palestinian groups say his controversial comments about Palestinian civilians and his role in supporting Israel's devastation of Gaza are legitimate reasons to protest.
He personally has been found by the UN Commission of Inquiry to have incited the commission of genocide.
Israel's president has denied those findings. Protest groups are planning to march from town hall to state parliament within an area covered by the restrictions. They say they'll consult with police, but they plan to march regardless. The Israeli president is expected to arrive in Australia on Sunday.
A 13-year-old Perth boy is being hailed a hero after swimming 4 hours through choppy waters to have his family when they were swept out to sea. The family's holiday had turned into a nightmare on Friday when the young teen's effort raised the alarm and triggered a massive search and a rescue effort off Quindaloop, 250 kilometres south of Perth.
A call to 000 no one wants to make.
I said I need helicopters, I need planes, I need boats. My family's out at sea.
13-year-old Austin Appleby had just swam 4 kilometres to shore after he, his mum and siblings, 12-year-old Beau and 8-year-old Grace, were swept out to sea while on inflatable kayaks and paddleboards off Geograph Bay.
One of the hardest decisions I ever had to make was to say to Austin, try and get to shore and get some help. This could get really serious really quickly.
Which it did. The winds getting stronger and the waves bigger, making Austin swim that much harder and pushing his family further away from shore.
I was scared, confused, frightened.
The trio spending more than 8 hours in the ocean before being saved.
Towards the end, a big wave hit all of a sudden, and me and my little sister, we were like on a weird angle and it flipped us off. And we floated away from Mum.
The three pulled from the water soon after, having drifted 14 kilometres out to sea.
When I didn't know where they were and how they were, and I thought they were dead, I had a lot of guilt in my heart. Because, I thought, oh man, I wasn't fast enough.
The Applebys now counting their blessings.
All 3 of them made it. That was all that mattered. So it was good. Good outcome. And now they can conquer the world and do everything that I wasn't able to do. So they're gonna make all 3 heroes out of them.
Australian scientists have developed a unique conservation strategy to help a species of frog combat a deadly fungus, which is causing the decline of hundreds of amphibians globally. The strategy is being used to help the once extinct green and golden bell frog make a comeback in ACT wetlands.
As an urban wetland covering around 10,000 square metres in suburban Canberra, Mawson Ponds already seems an ideal sanctuary for native flora and fauna. But when it comes to helping the green and golden bell frog fight off a killer fungus, it seems a little pampering goes a long way.
Putting in these sparse, salted satellite ponds around the wetlands, the frogs love to use them and the pathogen doesn't like it. It helps to block that infection.
The species was last seen in Canberra around 1985 and has suffered catastrophic population decline elsewhere, partly due to chytrid fungus. The deadly pathogen attacks a frog's skin, depleting electrolytes and causing heart issues.
We have had to think outside the box because the problem for this frog and many others like it is that it's a disease, an invasive disease that's caused the decline.
A salt treatment in the frog spa and R&R in the frog sauna, black masonry bricks in heat radiating perspex might be just what the doctor ordered.
Once temperatures get to sort of 28 degrees, that fungus dies, but frogs actually really like that temperature.
This is the first time green and golden bell frogs have been bred in captivity, microchipped and vaccinated against chytrid for release to their original habitat.
Allows at least that first generation to survive, hopefully for quite some years, produce lots of offspring, and then the offspring are afforded the protection by the habitat manipulations that we've implemented.
A fighting chance in the race for survival.
And that ends the news segment. Later in sports, late penalty denies victory and young defender shines.
Hey PNG, guess what?
What?
You can save up to 34% on digital TV plans when you pay with Cell Money.
Nice, yeah.
And now, just visit a Cell Money agent or Digicel store to deposit money into your Cell Money wallet. Then dial *888# to buy your prepaid TV plan from your Cell Money wallet or use the Cell Money app and boom, save up to 34%.
Yeah.
Now you can enjoy more entertainment for less, only with Cell Money, a product of Digicel.
Digicel TV brings you PNG's #1 sports channels. TV1 Sports, TV1 Sports 2 and 3. Get these 3 favorite TV1 Sports channels for your exclusive access to the NRL Premiership season, the State of Origin series, Host Plus Cup, Digicel ExxonMobil Cup, and more. Stay up to date and watch all the action live and exclusive. Get your 40-channel Digicel prepaid pack now and watch these 3 sports channels along with 37 other free channels. Subscribe now on the 40-channel Digicel prepaid pack for a 1, 7, 14 or 30-day plan. Enjoy the 40 channels of world-class entertainment and live sports. Dial star 515 hash to subscribe now. Digicel TV. More channels, more choices, more value.
Here is Fletcher. Waits on a chance here. Mancini goes in. It's the Brentwater. It's the
fourth. Join me, Tracy Pa, every Sunday for in-depth interviews.
4 days activity, we restored the vision of almost 200 patients.
Profiles and reports on scope.
The MSG Prime Minister's Cup is aimed to foster unity.
It's a cracker!
Came out on top.
Only on TVWAN.
In the Pacific, sport is a lot more than just a game.
It's about mana, the spiritual power within us all.
Le Malo Sianga, from our people, our strength, and the heart of the Pacific.
It's driven by custom, our connection to culture, and bringing people together.
And Matavu Vale, where every player stands tall for themselves and their community.
And it's about sharing those incredible stories.
Join us every week
for all the sporting action from across the Pacific.
Your Pacific sporting journey starts here.
Win the T20 World Cup after 17 years. This is what you play for. This is what creates memories of some of the greatest players in the game.
The 2026 Digicel ExxonMobil Cup is gearing up for an action-packed season, featuring 18 electrifying rounds of rugby league across the country. The kickoff is officially scheduled for the weekend of April 12th in Port Moresby, Warburg, Goroka and Madang. For the first time, fans in Goroka and Lae will experience non-stop rugby league action with triple headers in both cities.
With the competition scheduled for kickoff on April 12th, round 3 of the competition, dubbed the Man in League round, will take place at the National Sports Institute in Goroka, featuring PRK Galfiso versus Bintagor Goroka Lahanis, Lae Snakes Tigers up against Kandes, and PRK Mandi Muruks versus Osila Wagi Tumbe. The event will take place on April 26, much to the excitement of the local fans. Lae Rugby League will then host the second triple header during the Super Round on the weekend of August 2, which will feature Bintagor Goroka Lahanis versus NPL Angamioks, PRK Mandi Muruks up against Moniplas Port Moresby Vipers, and Lae Snakes Tigers up against the Eastern Britain Agmar Gurias. Another significant event in this season's calendar is the Amazing Round, with all teams playing at one central venue scheduled for June 6, with the venue yet to be announced. The top 6 finals playoff process will kick off on August 23 in Port Moresby, culminating in the grand final on September 13, 2026 at the Santos National Football Stadium. Fans can look forward to seeing new franchise Kandes go around on their debut season, which promises to be an exhilarating season filled with high-class rugby league action. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
The 2026 season of the Digicel ExxonMobil Cup competition is fast approaching, and 12 participating clubs, including new franchise Kandes, are preparing for the season by bringing their best players into pre-season camp for training. And PNG Hunters halfback Jamie Mavoko has recommended to the franchises to look into rugby league clubs from Port Moresby South to fill up the remainder of their roster, as there are some serious talents there.
The PNG Hunters halfback Jamie Mavoko is amongst a few talents who came out from Connie through the Moresby South Rugby League competition. Over the years, Mavoko noticed that there are many promising talents in the area, but many don't make it into the Digicel ExxonMobil Cup nor the Hunters. He therefore called on the Digicel ExxonMobil Cup franchises to look out for talents from clubs participating in organized tournaments in Port Moresby.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of talent back in Connie. As you can see, most of them we won the NC Governors Cup, TVWAN. So I think there's a lot of talent. As you can see, we won the NC Governors Cup. So I think it's better some of the DC camp teams can see the potential down there and pick some of the boys and make the DC Cup.
Mavoko made reference to the 2025-2026 NCD Governors Cup champions, South City Rams. He said there were a lot of good talents in their team. Not only did they win the NCD Governors Cup, the Connie Sharks are the reigning champions of the Port Moresby Rugby League competition, the biggest competition in the city. Some of the Connie boys, including Tony Wemin and Ben Fege, have secured themselves a spot in the Port Moresby Vipers pre-season training, but others missed out on the selection and could be a handy pick for other franchises. Meanwhile, speaking about his preparation in the Hunters camp, Mavoko said he is committed to his training and aims to enjoy a good season with the team. Susan Oreape, TV1 Sports.
A late penalty by the Vanuatu United FC has denied PNG Hekari FC their first win of the OFC Pro League, as Vanuatu escaped with a dramatic 2-2 draw yesterday at the National Football Stadium in Port Moresby. Having lost all 3 of the OFC Pro League matches so far, and with the sudden resignation of head coach Marcos Guzmão, the home side was determined to win this match.
The PNG Hekari fell behind early in the match when Vanuatu's key man Bill Kaltak capitalized on a loose ball in the 12th minute. Eric Joe put in an excellent tackle following a cross from the right, but the ball fell kindly for Bill Kaltak, who expertly curled his effort into the far corner. Lars Hopp's side looked to press home their advantage, dominating much of the early running. PNG Hekari FC were thrown a wonderful chance to level when John Orubulu burst into the area, only to be brought down by Vanuatu United captain Michael Colon. Referee Ben Aukwai pointed to the spot and Joseph Joe took responsibility for the spot kick, confidently striking the ball into the top corner to equalize. At the other end, Hekari's Dave Tomare was on hand to make a smart save, denying Jordi Tasip from putting Vanuatu United back in front. 12 minutes into the second half, Eric Joe gave PNG Hekari FC a crucial lead, the defender flying through the air to connect with an excellent corner from Raymond Gunemba and putting his side in front. In stoppage time, a handball on the goal line handed Vanuatu a penalty, which Owen Smith converted to level the score. Eric Joe was later sent off for protesting, reducing his side to 10 men. PNG Hekari FC's failure to grab their third goal would come back to haunt them. Some crumbs of comfort for PNG Hekari FC in that they finally secured their first point and goals of the season, but the late nature of the equalizer will be tough to take.
PNG Hekari FC senior player Raymond Gunemba says the resignation of their head coach Marcos Guzmão ahead of the game against Vanuatu United FC had no impact on their performance yesterday. He said they had their first OFC Professional League win in their pocket, only to have the video assistant referee deny them the 3 points in a disappointing 2-2 finish.
The PNG Hekari FC lined up against Vanuatu United at the Santos National Football Stadium yesterday under the guidance of assistant coach Jerry Allen, following the resignation of Brazilian head coach Marcos Guzmão. Many believe this would affect the performance of the team, but senior player Raymond Gunemba said it did not have a bearing on their performance. It was an administrative issue and was dealt with by the management.
When issue want the coach, the management, and when issue don't, I think I'm not affecting all boys because boys because something it's very important game. So mindset, Bogota boys now and people focus on the game.
Commenting on their performance against Vanuatu, Kunemba said the team did well in most parts of the game, but need to improve in some areas. They pursue their first win in the professional league. He said they would have got their first win yesterday had it not for the video assistant referee interference.
Last partition of VAR, I'm very disappointed. Mibla disappointed straight to this but performance per team am alright. We bit by bit, so we're getting there. So yeah, just happy performance for boys.
Kunemba reiterated that the resignation of the coach will not affect the playing group going into their next game. He said they are committed to their role as players and will leave administrative issues to the administrators to deal with. Meantime, the veteran PNG footballer was named the player of the match yesterday. He was impressive throughout the contest and deserved the award. He became the first ever PNG player to win Player of the Match award in the inaugural OFC Professional League. Susano Reape, TVWAN Sports.
A Papua New Guinean player playing for Vanuatu United FC, Raymond Diho, was amongst the standout performers for the Vanuatu FC against PNG Hekari FC in yesterday's clash that ended 2-2. The 19-year-old central defender earned praise from his coach, Lars Hope, after an impressive display in Port Moresby. Raymond Diho comes from a mixed parentage of Australia and Papua New Guinea. He was born in Port Moresby in 2006. At the age of 7, he moved to Australia where he picked up the boots and started playing football. He has returned to Port Moresby as a 19-year-old football sensation exactly 12 years later and has received a lot of support from his family from Gabi throughout the PNG circuit of the OFC Professional League. He has been playing some consistent football for the Vanuatu United FC. Following their 2-2 draw against PNG Hekari Football Club yesterday, Diho appreciated his PNG heritage and the opportunity Vanuatu United FC has given him to play football at the professional level.
Yeah, it's a good feeling. Being a background of Papua New Guinea, it still doesn't change the gameplay, how I play on the pitch. So, yeah.
The Vanuatu United FC head coach Lars Hope praised his youngster and his contribution to the team since the tournament began. Hope said, despite being the youngest player in the Vanuatu United FC squad, Diho played with maturity well beyond his years.
He has done really well, especially already from the start, which, you come into a new tournament, big stadium, and I think he's impressed everyone in the squad with his play and his attitude on and off the field. So I feel for his age, very grown-up player already, able to handle pressure, able to play in different positions. So I think he's got a big future ahead of him.
Prior to signing for the Pro League with the Vanuatu United FC, Diho played for the Geelong Warriors senior team and also featured in Melbourne's Victory Under-20 squad in Australia. Diho made his international debut at the age of 17 when he was called to represent Papua New Guinea in the Couples, the PNG men's national side, during the 2024 OFC Men's Nations Cup in Fiji. With his development, he is expected to be a key member of PNG Couples in many years to come. Auckland FC continued its fine form in the OFC Pro League with a convincing victory over Tahiti United at the Santos National Football Stadium yesterday afternoon. Luke Casely made a number of changes to his side from the 11 that began the victory over PNG Hekari FC, emphasizing the depth in quality at his disposal. They now sit at the top of the ladder in the inaugural OFC Pro League competition.
It was one of those changes, Kian Donkas, that helped Auckland find the early breakthrough. Tahiti United goalkeeper Tiv Timotu Aitau failed to deal with a long through ball, and when the resulting cross was played in, Donkas was on hand to finish from close range. Fears that the floodgates may open were quelled when Tahiti United responded to the early setback well, restricting their opponents as the game settled. Mateo Di Grumel and Tino Nui Te Hau were the biggest threats, but the final product was lacking as Blake Kalinen remained untroubled in the Auckland FC goal. The league leaders entered the second period with a renewed sense of urgency, and any suggestions they were happy to sit on a one-goal lead were swiftly pushed aside. 4 minutes were on the clock in the second half when James Bayliss doubled the score. 2 minutes later and the game was put beyond doubt. Joseph Atley miscontrolled a long ball forward, allowing Aston Barnes to race clear, and the forward made no mistake sliding the ball under the keeper to make it 3-0. Bailey Ferguson added a fourth just after the hour mark as Tahiti United wilted. Substitute Emiliano Tade did have the ball in the net later on, tapping home from a Liam Gillion cross, but the offside flag denied the Argentine and the score finished 4-0. Auckland FC will now look ahead to the weekend and a chance to finish the round with a 100% record, whilst Tahiti United remain on the hunt for their first victory. Michael Tamtipais, TVWAN Sports.
And that wraps up the sports segment. Now the weather forecast. In regional focus, southern Port Moresby cloudy with some rain showers, Kerema mostly cloudy with some rain showers and thunderstorms. Momase partly cloudy to mostly cloudy tonight with some rain. Wewak partly cloudy to mostly cloudy tonight with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Nigini Islands, Kavieng partly cloudy with few showers. Buka rain showers with possible thunderstorms clearing to fine tonight. And Highlands region, Mandi, Tari and Wabeg mostly cloudy with some rain and possible thunderstorms. Ocean forecast for PNG areas for the next 24 hours. Coral Sea, seas slight with variable winds of 5 to 10 knots. Solomon Sea, seas light with east to northeast winds of 5 to 10 knots. Bismarck Sea, seas light with northwesterly winds of 5 to 10 knots. And Pacific Ocean, seas light with southerly to southeast winds of 5 to 10 knots. And coastal waters forecast, waters of southern PNG Indonesian border to Daru, Kiwai Island, Kerema, Yule Island, Wood Point, to Samurai Island to Cape Vogel and Old Milne Islands, seas 0.5 to 1.5 meters, rising to 2.5 meters along warning areas. And waters of Finsafen through Vitia Strait to Siasi Long Island to Medang, Wewak to Vanimo, and northern PNG Indonesian border, seas 0.5 to 1 meter. And that's been another edition of TV1 News. Pleasant viewing. Bye now.
The TV1 News was proudly brought to you by
Did you know that you can get the latest updates on what's happening on the DTV app? 1. Open the DTV app. 2. Go to the profile